If you load the CLC 2006, you will find a save file only for Cantabria. So you need to make zoom here.
Practical basis, then what?
Cantabria indicator base risk.
Different data.
This is a save file with a lot of polygons. You can classify them with different colors. And if you go to the C folder here, there is a text document which says the different codes, what they mean. It's in Spanish, but you can translate it easily to English. So 111 is urban, 112 is urban but is covered, 121 is industry, 123 ports, 124 airports. In the C folder, the municipal value is the building value. Here you have all the municipalities with the value in million euros. Okay, and you have the code, so you can link this to the file that we used the other day in the exposure municipes. Okay, you can load this one, and you can link that data. And so we have the rain, we have the buildings value, we have the land cover, and we need the DTM. The DTM is huge to download. Because it's going to show you the official DTM for Cantabria can be downloaded here in this website. Here you can download the DTM with 5-meter resolution. But the problem is that you need to download each of these files separately. So it's quite classic if you do that. But you have a link here in the folder, this one. So you can open it. When you want to use this data but you don't want to download it by any reason, you can use this interoperability GIS services. If you go to this is images. Yes. This is save files, so GCS. Raster. Yeah. You go to GCS, and here you can link to the TTM of Cantar. So you can copy this link, and you go to QGIS, layer, add layer, add WCS layer. Now you create a new layer, TTM Cantabria, the URL, okay. Now you connect, and now you have here the TTM. And you can load this one, for example. And you go to pick up, and now you have it here. We have a warning. And advance. Yesterday it was working. It works. Yesterday I was trying this and it worked. Okay, so we don't have it here. Don't worry. That's not the objective of today. But now you have almost everything that you wanted. So the idea for this half an hour that we have is that you tell me how you will do indicator-based risk with, for those two risks, for those three components with the available data that you have, or anything that you would like to have, and how you will develop the indicators. The idea is you to have to crash on the wall. I assume that you don't know how to really do that, but I want you to think on how you will do that. Because I assume that all of you are master students, so you know how to think on a problem and try to find a solution. If I give you the solution by the beginning, it's quite simple. I want you to think of it. Okay?
What's a solid file?
So you have half an hour. It could be worse. I could give you only 10 minutes. I will try to solve the TM. The problem is not the data that you have on QGIS. The problem is the idea that what you want to do with the data. Okay? You can work in pairs, in group, all together. I don't know. I assume that you are not going to work alone ever. You always have a
The
partner.
solid wasn't either.
Very boring to work alone.
So, that layer, which kind of layer you were on?
A layer service connection.
Just do that.
You set a name, and you paste the URL. Okay. There are a lot of information in this service. These are for Cantabria, but everywhere in the world there is a lot of information that you don't need to download, that you can use using this type of links.
Do you have any docs on what these columns are?
These ones?
Yeah, like area underscore HA. Doesn't seem like entirely.
This?
Just like the columns in like the files that we downloaded. Like I'm
In
looking,
the Excel file?
like I'm looking at like CLC 2006, the dot SHX. Yeah, SHX. Like if I go to this and I open attribute table, like what these are.
Yeah, you have the safe length, the safe area, the area of the polygon. The only relevant is the code.
Okay.
The code defines the flat color.
After this, what we have to do? I just add the
Just click on the layer that you want to add. And the VTM is the modelo digital de elevaciones, but it isn't working. I don't know why. Yesterday it worked. But again, the relevant is not the data itself, but the idea of the data. What do you want to do with data? I have downloaded and I have showed you and I give it to you because you asked me. But you don't need the data. Okay? You just okay. I now I have the rate. What do you want to do with the rate? To obtain an indicator that could be representative of the vulnerability. Not the vulnerability. All we know. Rain is not vulnerability, but
Something like that.
that's what I want you to tell me in 25 minutes. La Azteca hoy hasta el 11.
Oh, I didn't even indicate that.
Nothing is
I didn't.
We have to copy them.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I tried this
I think he's still working on it. But yeah.
our hasn't been great. For the cost of the source of things.
I didn't notice that. Oh,
She posted that on YouTube and she posted it.
I didn't realize it was that one. I thought it was that one. So variables we want. What do we have?
promise you.
Have you seen some
No,
We're ignoring that for now.
we're just trying to figure out like conceptually what.
Yeah. So this is, all we have is basically abnormal like precipitation.
Yeah, and the DTM, which is a literary.
BTM, like the
What is that? Is that
topography. No, it's this precipitation. Yeah. I
I
assume so. That's why I think, there's no actual.
So we can do, what we can do is that we can, in after we can do it, we could add a set, make a column. That is,
Yeah.
but then we have to find that would be for that. Then we can have like labels.
Yeah.
And if the colors, depending on how it has it.
I also don't necessarily to be just an indicator, but it could be an right? Like it could be like a 0 to 1 score.
Yeah, but that you have to represent the main message of the indicator is something that you can represent. So if it's an index,
Right. You could index. You could like. It'd still be like a red to green. Like, yeah.
but it has to be that way.
But I'm confused about it. I'm assuming there's not the name. The info here isn't entirely clear to me because it doesn't go to 0. It might be rain for like 1. I just grabbed the shape file and shape and the shape and this tip. See this little checkbox? It's not checking it. What do we have in the municipal?
The index could be for this specific word on the level of precipitation and the level of flooding from precipitation.
Presumably we know things. These are the data that we should have, right? Like building value. Do we have like building info besides that, or just building value?
Maybe they'll put some corrections or some more.
Yeah.
Forget about it at the end, don't worry. You have
So we
to
don't have
all
to check.
information.
That's what that's saying.
Think. I don't want you to use QGIS just to think.
And he was saying, I don't care about what they want to know how we work.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I mean, for the indicators, because if we have the flooding, we don't think so much about like, you know, what the storm surge looks like, because we just like have that already.
Yeah, I'm thinking that in places that the data that are for the hazard for example, the level of precipitation plus
I want you
from the
Does like the storm surge there not also include precipitation? Are they like independent of each other? Yeah, I don't know. That's some tricky like oh, for some reason I thought it was a flood zone. The model was just saying we had flood data when we had this. It's gonna be like a spot. So then you have, there's probably like a drainage score associated with your topography, right? Like so you have like your indicator based on just like how much rain you're getting.
Then that model doesn't know anything.
Alright, you spot?
Which one was it?